What is President Uhuru Kenyatta's game plan for 2022? Last week, President Uhuru Kenyatta convened a meeting between Raila Odinga and the One Kenya Alliance movement in Mombasa. Again today, the president has convened another urgent meeting with the same group in Mombasa. What is his game plan? That's the question. Because the meeting in Mombasa today is coming after three major events took place in this country. Number one, there was a meeting in Naivasha. This meeting in Naivasha was convened by One Kenya Alliance movement. And they agreed that they are going to support one of their own for the presidency in 2022. And then there was another meeting in Nakuru convened by Raila and Odinga. And that meeting in Nakuru, from all indications, had the blessing of President Uhuru Kenyatta. And Raila Odinga emerged there as someone who is going to run for the presidency in 2022. Basically, Raila Odinga launched his roadmap to 2022 in Nakuru yesterday. And then the third event which took place was the press conference or statement by Rafael Tuju and David Murathe, close allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta. The two gentlemen announced that the Jubilee Party has finally agreed to enter into a coalition agreement with the ODM party. And then before yesterday night, the president placed a phone call to the One Kenya Alliance leadership, that is Musalia Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, Gideon Moi, and Moses Wetangula, and Raila Amolo Odinga for this meeting in Mombasa. So in this video today, I want us to look at why probably the president had to convene this other meeting. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Now let us get back to business. And I want us to look at two main things. Why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta is keen on Raila Odinga becoming the next president of the Republic of Kenya? And what do you think was the objective of the meeting in Mombasa, the one which is currently underway? Before we go into that, just like I keep on saying, that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence, and that in politics, everything is normally well planned, well scripted, and executed to achieve a specific political objective. What was the objective of that meeting in Mombasa? Before we get those details, I bumped onto a post by Tindi Mwale. Tindi Mwale is the member of parliament for Butere, a very close ally of Musalia Mudavadi. He attended the Naivasha event. And because he's a close ally of Musalia Mudavadi and also attended the Naivasha event, because the phone call to attend the Mombasa event meeting was placed before these guys left Naivasha. Tindi Mwale is saying something which is very interesting. He's saying, One Kenya Alliance should not be seen as being remote controlled from certain quarters. He's continuing, the cancer in our One Kenya Alliance and opposition, basically I think it's referring to ODM in general, is the vulnerability of being coerced, kupangwa, to take a certain political direction. I think here it means that One Kenya Alliance, or the opposition for that matter, wanapangwa. And who can panga them? That's none other than President Uhuru Kenyatta. And he's saying, I want you to listen keenly to what this guy is saying. We made a resolution in Naivasha yesterday that the One Kenya Alliance presidential candidate shall come from the affiliate parties. Why again go to Mombasa to open a window of being sweet-talked to support another person? So his worries here is that One Kenya Alliance movement agreed to support one of them. But they received a phone call to go to Mombasa. And according to Tindi Mwale, that Mombasa event is meant to switch talk them to support someone else. Who is this person? Raila Amolo Odinga. Just listen to him. He's continuing. I went to Naivasha town yesterday. That is after the meeting. And the residents were complaining why the One Kenya Alliance leadership left in a hurry in helicopters to go to Mombasa instead of going to Naivasha town to address them. So the expectation of Kenyans was that this event in Naivasha was likely going to culminate into a big thing. In fact, my expectation was that these guys were going to make a major announcement. That did not happen. And apart from that, Tindi Mwale is saying, why were these guys in a hurry to leave Naivasha to go to Mombasa instead of going to Mombasa town, to Naivasha town to even say hi to the people, because they've been there for 2 days. So the expectations of the people there were that they were going to address them. Probably wangushe 1 bob, 20 bob, 30 bob somewhere for the people down there. Then he's continuing, anyone interested in sharing a political strategy must do so in confidence and not in broad light, parading it before the media and the public. No voter is interested in voting for a presidential candidate perceived to be a project of so and so. I'm not getting his point here, but probably what he meant by anyone interested in sharing a political strategy must do so in confidence. If he attended this meeting, why is he talking of confidence? You see, in politics, once you are more than 3 people, it's no longer a secret. Either he's accusing someone here of working for President Uhuru Kenyatta and probably leaked the content of whatever they discussed, or the fact that whatever was discussed at that meeting was actually shared with the media. So in my view, the best for them would have been just have those net meetings where the media is not invited. But again, they also needed a situation where they are viewed to be working. And he's concluding, to our party leader, His Excellency Musalia Mudavadi, keep your eye on the ball. Kenyans are suffering and many believe you are the savior of this nation. Keep the ball rolling. Do more outreaches to Kenyans and share your vision of a prosperous Kenya with economic resilience. His Excellency Mudavadi, go for the presidency in 2022. Don't be coerced. So even his statement is that Musalia Mudavadi ought to be the presidential candidate, which means even in One Kenya Alliance movement, if they were to agree on Musalia Mudavadi, on Kalonzo Musyoka, they would still reject that. But let me go back to the subject of this video. What was the objective of the Mombasa event? Now, before we go to that, I need to refresh our minds again. Why do you think President Uhuru Kenyatta is keen on Raila Odinga? I've said this severally, but let me just remind you. Number one, politics is a game of numbers. If you look ODM, it has more MPs than Wiper, ANC, Ford Kenya combined. So Uhuru commissioned an opinion poll, and that opinion poll concluded that Raila Odinga is the man to beat. And because politics is a game of numbers, whether real or perceived, Uhuru Kenyatta would be interested in just working with someone who has the numbers. Number two is Raila Odinga's age. I've stated this severally, that probably people handling Raila Odinga, President Uhuru Kenyatta might have sat down somewhere and figured out the age. Which age favors them, politically speaking, to achieve their objective, if that objective is 2022 or even 2027. The age of Raila Odinga makes him the best bet for the president. The president will be happy that finally he managed to make Raila Odinga the president. The other thing is national appeal. If you look at the One Kenya Alliance movement, the leadership there, they have support. You can't say Kalonzo doesn't have support. But that support is confined to Kampani. I don't know whether Musalia Mudavadi has support, but even if he has support, the support of Musalia Mudavadi is actually confined to a section in the parts of Western Kenya. What about Weta? Weta has the Bukusu. In fact, someone was I was reading somewhere where someone was joking that why are people putting pressure on Weta to support Mudavadi? While in his arithmetics, Weta has the Bukusu, who are close to 1.8 million, while Mudavadi is actually commanding the Vihiga. But let's not go there. The mere fact that Raila Odinga is the guy who enjoys perceived national appeal makes him attractive to the president. And again, probably post-2022. If Raila were to become the president today, he might scheme to be the president again in 2027. But based on his age, he might decide that he just want to serve 1 year, leave Kenya in a better place, have a Mandela moment. That makes him attractive to President Uhuru Kenyatta. But why do you think the president decided to convene the meeting again in Mombasa? 4 reasons. I have 4 reasons. The first reason is that the president is actually keen on the super alliance. He wants these guys to work together. But the challenge for the president is that he has identified a presidential candidate. He has used all the tricks. He's used the intelligence. He's probably commissioned another opinion poll. So because he is keen on uniting these guys, he wants to persuade them to support Raila Odinga. But these guys are not willing to support Raila Odinga because of reasons which are well or best known to them. So the president probably is inviting them again today and telling them, look here, this is why I want you guys to support Raila Odinga. So let us wait and see how the whole thing is going to unfold. Number 2, I also think that it has everything and anything to do with the BBI ruling. On Friday, the Court of Appeal will make a ruling on the Building Bridges Initiative process. If you listened to Raila Odinga's speech yesterday, he was very categorical that they are going to respect the decision of the court. So if the courts are going to rule in their favor, he will respect that. If the court is going to rule against them, he's going to respect that. If you listen to One Kenya Alliance, they also took the same path. I'm sure that President Uhuru Kenyatta is the president of the Republic of Kenya. He has more intelligence report than we do. So probably the president has been informed about the decision of the Court of Appeal. So he's converging these people so that he can tell them that this is how we're going to move forward. If the court is going to, for example, if he has been told that the courts are going to throw away the appeal, then he's going to tell them, okay, if you're going to throw the appeal, then it's okay, let's not appeal again. Let us follow this path to achieve the same objective. And if the court is going to rule in their favor, then how are they going to move from there? Because it is expected that if the court is going to rule in their favor, then someone is going to go up to the Supreme Court. But remember, we have also 2022 politics. So the president, in my view, is dealing with the issue of the Building Bridges Initiative process. The third thing, which in my view is going to be discussed here, is the ODM Jubilee Coalition Agreement. Raphael Tuju yesterday issued a statement. From that statement, you can tell that Jubilee is keen on ODM party and the coalition. But the other partners, there's KANU, which is already in a coalition agreement with Jubilee. Apart from KANU, Wiper also entered into some kind of arrangement. Now, how are these partners taking the fact that Jubilee agreed to enter or to formalize or to engage officially with ODM party in terms of coalition agreement? So probably the president is going to explain to them everything, why Jubilee decided to enter into coalition agreement with ODM, and how, for example, that move is not going to affect their relationship with KANU, their relationship with Ford Kenya, their relationship with Wiper, and also their relationship with ANC party. So it's something which I'm certain was discussed. And lastly, I tend to think that politics has begun. Campaigns are already out there. So the president wants these guys to start campaigning. But how do we approach 2022 election? Are we going to approach it as a united front, or are we going to approach it individually so that Raila can pursue his path there, Mudavadi and One Kenya Alliance the other side, the Jubilee party also the other side? Because even in Jubilee, there are those who believe that the ODM merger is not good for them. There are those also who believe that BBI is not important for them. So how are they going to go forward ahead of 2022? How are they going to campaign? If it's BBI, how are they going to schedule the campaign so that probably each one of them becomes happy? I don't know what to think. But that's my take. And again, for those who are watching this channel for the first time, take a second or two, click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. Tomorrow, there's a huge meeting in Homa Bay, in Sikri, Oyugistan. Raila Odinga will lead the ODM brigades from the Nyanza region. That is the Gusii region, the Kisis, the Luos, and Kurias. And a declaration is going to be made. Let us wait and see how that event is going to turn out. And I'm sure the meeting with the president is also going to have an impact on the politics in this country. I don't know what you think. Let me hear your thoughts. And for those who are watching for the first time, please don't forget to subscribe. What we do on this channel adds value. Apart from being educative, you learn a lot of politics. And the feedback I get is that people are happy. And when people are happy, I am also very, very happy. And by the way, in Mount Kenya, there are Jubilee allies of President Uhuru Kenyatta who met. And they've sent a strong warning to David Murade and a strong warning to Rafael Tuju over the ODM Jubilee merger. They don't want that merger. Is that something we should analyze? Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.